Here's how you can make a cold plunge at home yourself. It's pretty easy, I think, and it's like works really well so far. So this is a Grizzly 450 cooler. It's really big, like easily fits an adult in there. So I have it running right now. It's at 55 degrees and very, very cold. Alright, I'll show you the setup. So from Grizzly, you can actually buy these adapters. So this is like, it connects to the cooler and it has a garden hose connection coming out. And then you can buy like another adapter from a hardware store that connects to it. So anything that connects to a garden hose. And then let's just follow the pipe and I can show you my setup. So I have these soft, flexible holes and just clamp them down with this. And then I covered it with some insulation here. And then I add a couple of these shut-off switch. So these ball joint valve, you can like turn it off when you need to switch out a part, and it will cut off the water from this going forward, pretty much. Alright, so we can start from the pre-filter. So this is a pre-filter. This kind of filters out the big stuff before it goes into the pump. And then go to the pump. And the pump goes, so this, I forgot the brand, but it's, you can just look for any like fish tank or water pound pumps, and they should work for this pretty well. The only thing you need to really look out for is gallon per hour. I believe you have to decide on the gallon per hour for the pump based on the chiller. So the chiller are usually rated for a certain gallon per hour. You can probably just use AI or Google to figure out like what size you need, what pump size you need. Alright, so keep going. I have another shut up here in case I need to replace the pump one day. And then this goes into my main water filter. So this filters the finer sediments in the water before it goes into the chiller here. Yeah. And this is a Rosita half horsepower chiller. Works pretty well so far. And then once it goes in, it doesn't really matter which one's inlet or outlet, it's interchangeable. And then I also have a GFCI shut off here. So just in case like something gets shorted, this will turn itself off. And it's connected to a mechanical outlet that will turn on during a certain time of the day to run the whole system. Okay, and then from the pump to the filter to the chiller, and then the chiller is gonna spit water out to this UV sterilizer. And then once the water gets sterilized from the UV, it runs back into the cold plunge here. Yeah, so same thing here, garden hose connector, and then this goes in. You probably, if you did some research online, they probably have a lot of people telling you to drill a hole up here too, to have better circulation. I'm sure that's true, but I don't have any problems so far. I just didn't want to drill into a brand new cooler in case I changed my mind. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think the only thing you kind of have to be careful with is to not over tighten these clamps. You don't want to get it too tight, because then you'll start squeezing the plastic connectors and it will actually make it easier to leak. And these are really also meant to be used without any kind of thread sealer, so you just want to just leave it with nothing in there between the tube and connectors. So yeah, so far really good. It's bone dry, and the only water you see is from the condensation on the hose. Yeah, hope you give it a try. It's really nice once you go out on a hot day or after a workout.